Hey y'all, today we're going to do a little different video. We're going to do a flower arranging video. This is my twin sister Brenda. Y'all seen her in other videos before, so if you haven't, check out the chicken processing video. That was an adventure that day. So today we're actually invading her husband's hobby room and work room, and we're going to use it for a staging area to make some flower arrangements for a wedding that's coming up this weekend. So we realized we love flowers. It's good for the pollinators. It's just good for our soul. And when she started doing research, what did you find out about the flowers that you buy?
85, somewhere around 85% of flowers come from South America, fresh cut flowers. So that means that the flowers you're getting from Kroger or other big box stores, those flowers were cut, 7 days ago, usually, maybe a little bit longer. So it's a great untapped market for local farming. So this is my first year to do a mini scale flower farm. We'll see what happens to it, but I'm excited.
Yeah, she's hoping to be able to sell to some local florists. So if anybody within driving distance watches this video, she can hook you up with some nice. She's your person. She can hook you up with some nice flowers. So she's got some beautiful flowers. So, but anyway, today we are going to show y'all how we're just going to do. She picked her flowers this morning, I picked my flowers this morning, and we're going to show y'all how we're going to simply put together some bouquets. There's nothing more, I can't imagine a better gift than somebody just giving me a homemade bouquet out of their garden. So it's so soothing to see some pretty flowers on your bar that you grew yourself. So I'm going to show you what we're going to be using. Well, we're not using the sunflowers, but those did get picked today. Those are not going to be used in this bouquet, but those are some beautiful red zinnias. Those are some beautiful Gumfreena that Brenda grew. There's some basil, some cinnamon basil, some cardinal basil, and a variety of zinnias. And oh my gosh, Brenda, your zinnias are beautiful. Thank you. Look at those. So this is what we're going to be working with today. Now, a lot of people just think of basil and, oh, I love that. Look at that yarrow. Okay. A lot of people just think of basil as a culinary herb. So, but it makes it makes good greenery.
Well, it's beautiful flowering too.
Yeah, it's pretty flowering. It holds up well. Oh, it makes the flower arrangement itself.
It does.
They smell so good. The flower arrangement smells so good. If you are sensitive to fragrance, you probably
you can't do basil if you're sensitive to fragrance.
So we should plant some lemon basil. We haven't planted any. I didn't have any lemon basil this year. Did you?
I didn't. I need to get some seeds. Do you have seeds?
No,
I should order some seeds for lemon basil because it's a beautiful, like a lime yellow. Yeah, I'll do that today.
I had some that volunteered last year. So anyway, we're going to show y'all where we're getting started. This is the buckets that we're going to be using. The wedding reception is what we're doing the flower arrangements for, and she's going to have 6 tables of flowers. So just show us what you're doing there, Brenda.
Well, I'm just using waterproof tape. It gives me a grid to hold the flowers upright, and when I put the flowers in, they're going to stay put. Otherwise, you can use Oasis, that green stuff that absorbs water. Flowers do better. While they do fine in Oasis and florists use them a lot, flowers do better in straight water because they can uptake more water than in the Oasis. So we're going to do grids to hold the flowers where we want.
Well, and you can also use vines. We have picked vines.
We have used
rosemary.
I've rolled rosemary up in the bottom of a vase, and it's beautiful, but it also is structurally, it keeps the flowers where I want them to be. So that's what we're doing right now.
Well, show us how you build the grid to be able to actually...
So this is waterproof tape, and it sticks really, really good. So I just curl it around the lip, just so, cut it.
We'll get all these gridded up, and then we'll get ready to start laying the greenery.
Sounds good. Okay,
so we realized after we put the grids on all these, that these buckets were not waterproof. So
they leak.
So Brenda went and got some Ziploc bags, and we're just lining these with the Ziploc bags.
I'm just cutting the top off of them, cutting the zipper off so it'll line better.
I'm so glad we had time to realize this leak before we did it and couldn't go back.
Yeah, that would stink.
Yeah, but anyway, galvanized buckets. Make sure they're waterproof.
Make sure they're waterproof.
Make sure they're waterproof before you start putting stuff in them. This one doesn't leak.
It's the one.
It's the one.
It's the one.
It's the 1 out of 6. Okay, so we're going to start with the greenery first. And the greenery we're using is basil. We've got regular basil. We've got cardinal basil.
Oh, that's beautiful. I've never grown that before this year.
I love that. Have you cooked with it?
It's ornamental. I don't think you're supposed to. I don't know. It's ornamental on Johnny's seed is where I got that seed.
What does it smell like?
Basil.
It smells like basil. It smells like licorice basil. It has
I mean,
a licorice smell.
It does. I mean, it's probably not going to kill you, but it's ornamental.
Look at that pretty purple there. Okay.
And when it really blooms, the head gets bigger.
Okay.
Like, I mean, that's just the beginning of a purple bloom.
Okay. All right, so we had to go back and redo the grid thing, and we just put in some Oasis because the buckets leaked, as we showed y'all. So we're just gonna start layering in some greenery. I kind of like those Oasis things.
I do too.
Yeah.
So,
You want an Oasis?
yeah, I'll do that.
So we're just gonna start layering in
Yep, you use those.
greenery.
So I'm going to use my snips. You got a knife.
Yeah.
So you want to, some of these things you want to take some of the greenery off because the more greenery you have, it's taking the water.
Is that too much greenery?
Yeah, because you're going to look where your Oasis is.
Okay.
You want to cut it at an angle too. So wait, so you always want to trim your stuff a second time and cut it at an angle, like a 45-degree angle,
Okay.
because it's going to soak up water better.
Okay. Do you have more of this regular basil? Because I need to spread it around if you don't.
I do.
Okay. And the good thing about making arrangements from your garden,
Go pick more.
you can go pick more.
We'll just leave that soaking. Hold
Yeah.
on.
If you run out of stuff, go pick some more.
Are you doing the?
I'm just
You're
kind
starting
of
with this basil first.
I'm just kind of scattering around the regular basil, and then we can drop in the cardinal basil. And we've gotta hide the plastic. We gotta hide the mechanics.
Oh, we'll have enough. We'll have enough stuff. Are you cutting your stems here? I got your knife.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're basically just putting some greenery in, just to kind of give us a foundation to work with.
And I mean, I am not a florist, and that is not my goal. My goal is to supply florists.
Mm-hmm.
But while I'm doing that, while I'm growing my product, I've made flowers arrangements to kind of figure out how things last and how they're gonna look over so many days.
Like you little thingy.
So I've kind of figured out.
Do you
A
talk
little
to your flowers when you're working with them? Like, I like you right there.
No, I don't.
You don't talk to your flowers? You should try. You should try
Should I?
talk. Yeah, you should talk to your flowers.
Sometimes when I'm in the garden, I talk to my stuff, but not when I'm just making arrangements.
I think they like being talked to. Okay, we don't have any grid here, and we don't have any Oasis here,
So what we need to do is a thick, like I would start with the cardinal basil. They're thick, they're fat.
Okay, do you have some?
Yeah. So I was watching Flowers by the Bunch.
Excuse me, baby.
She's the florist, one of the florists that I've given some stuff to kind of help me test my products. And she was talking about knife versus scissors or snippers. She prefers a knife, and she just uses a paring knife, like a kitchen paring knife, but she prefers a knife because she doesn't have to keep putting it down to arrange flowers.
That makes sense.
Snippers, you gotta keep, she says she has to keep putting down. I've learned a lot from watching her videos, which is kind of fun. Oh, I love that floret.
Isn't that pretty? Do you have any like that?
I do. I have one or two plants that are just now starting to do that, to head up like that.
Yeah.
I have probably 50 cardinal basil plants in the garden, in the field.
She's planted a lot of basil.
Oh, basil. You want to keep the leaves out of the water because that's going to promote bacterial growth.
Yeah. So we need to kind of spread out some of this purple just so it can look a little bit more uniform with
all the plants.
with the arrangements, yeah.
So
That's too tall, isn't it?
I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason. Let's just do different.
Okay.
I mean, there is a rhyme and reason, I'm sure, for a florist, but we're not florists, so we just gonna do it the way we think we need to do it.
I like it just fine. You like it just the way it is, do
Yes,
you?
I do.
Okay, so we're just kind of going around each flower arrangement, covering the mechanics, adding the greenery in, and trying to make them look somewhat uniform. Now they're going to be scattered around tables at an outdoor reception, so it doesn't have to be exactly the same. You can do some purple in that one. But we want it to have the same vibe, the same feeling. So
I love the cinnamon basil has purple stems.
yeah.
I love that.
Oh,
As opposed to
yeah.
the regular basil.
Yeah.
You see the little bit of purple?
Yeah. Now, if you wanted to do just a white themed bouquet, then the regular basil would work. But if you wanted some purple hints, yeah, the cinnamon basil works. Look how pretty that is. A little flash of cinnamon. I mean, a little flash of purple.
Again, you getting your disease leaves.
Yeah.
I don't put chemicals in my garden. I'm organic 100%. Because I have bees.
Yeah.
And I want to bring in the good predatory insects, so I certainly don't want to put any chemicals in. And I'll tell you, I've got probably 60% of my garden is flowers, and it's never been healthier because it's bringing in all the good predator insects.
Because the zinnias are so diverse on their colors and their sizes and everything, you can have the same flowers and make the arrangement look different.
Mhm.
So I think we need more greenery, and yeah, I do too.
I think we're going to see I think we need a little bit more greenery.
Yep, we need some more greenery. So we put the greenery in with the basil, and now we're going to start putting some Gumfreena in there.
What's the other name for Gumfreena?
I have no idea.
Globe amaranth.
Globe amaranth.
Globe amaranth, yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and cut the bottoms, just
Cut them at an angle.
Cut them at an angle, just so they'll absorb some water. You can wait to put the Gumfreena in last, but we kind of want it to, we want to see what it does to give us a little bit of extra greenery. I like the whimsy of it. I like the
I do
playful.
too.
I like
I
the
do too.
playfulness of it.
Make sure, so the bigger leaves at the bottom, some of them have a little bug bites, so make sure you get those.
Okay.
So I've got some white, these are the white ones. Their stems are thicker. When you come across a purple, see the difference between,
Oh, that's a purple?
I mean, this
Yeah.
one has a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
of lavender.
Yeah. I
Um,
don't think I want that one that long.
An interesting little fact, I was picking something that was really, really purple today, and it looked different. It was a Gumfreena, but I must have gotten like a different variety in the seed pack. And it was covered in ants.
Huh.
So it was like a trap plant or something, I don't know. And it looked like maybe aphids had been on it. So ants love aphids because aphids secrete like a sweet, what's it called?
I don't know. Pheromone?
No, something. Can't remember what it's called right now. So aphids attract ants though. So it was kind of like a trap plant for me for my garden because those were the only places where it looked like aphids had been.
I love this Gumfreena, Brenda.
Yes.
Isn't that cute?
It dries well too.
Oh, it does?
So I've got it coming out my ears. I'm gonna
Is that
pick
one too
some.
long, you think?
Nope, I think it's whimsical and it's beautiful.
Okay.
Seems like I remember from my, I took a floral design class in college. Seems like they said, I'd have to Google this, just Google knows everything, that you can take your arrangement up to 1.5 the height of your container. I mean, rules are made to be broken though, in my opinion. If it looks good, just do it.
Oh look, and if I pull a little Gumfreena off, I can just put that. Oh, I love this Gumfreena. We gotta save room for the Yarrow and the Zinnias.
No. That one might be a little bit long. That one over there.
That one?
Maybe a hair.
Okay. Nothing some scissors won't take care of.
Those aren't sharp scissors. Hey, use these. Use this.
They cut it.
It's okay. All right, cool.
Okay, so have you noticed a lot of bees around your flowers?
I've noticed a lot of these on my Gumfreena.
You know why? Because I see pollen falling off of it as we're using it.
Oh.
Is that too long?
I don't know. You can always do snip.
No, did you just cut a flower off?
Fine, I'll just stick it back here.
Do not cut a flower off. Goodness gracious.
It's all good.
Okay, we're gonna have to eventually decide where to stop with the Gumfreena and to start with the Zinnia.
3 to 5 stems in each arrangement.
Okay. So let me just tell you, we're not experts on flower designs.
No, as a matter of fact, we don't know anything about flower design. I mean,
Well, I've helped with a few events, but
okay, I don't know anything about flower design.
the amount of help, like when I started out though, I was so intimidated with flower arrangements, I had no idea what I was doing. So the sweet ladies that I was helping, you know, they would build me a bouquet and I would just copy it. So I would just duplicate it. And like the first bouquet that they gave me, I was like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I have to make that? It was very intimidating to me because it wasn't a skill that I had. But I'm gonna tell you what, after the event and after helping them do that, it was so much fun. They taught me so much. And I never would have known how to do this had they not, oops, I don't know where that went, had they not, you know, kind of taken me under the wing and shown me. And I still, like when I start to help at an event, it's very intimidating when I help somebody. But once you jump in and just start putting stuff together, if you don't like it the way it looks, then take it apart and redo it.
Move it around, it's all good.
Move it around, it's all good. So, the moral of the story is don't be intimidated to try to learn a new skill. What you think?
No clue. Let's spin them around and make sure. So that one looks good. I think the mechanics are covered for that.
So we're doing 3 different techniques. We're doing Oasis, Grid, and we ran out of Oasis, so we just did nothing. With small containers, you don't really have to have anything to hold them still. They'll kind of, with enough flowers, they'll kind of make their own little grid. All right, we need a little bit more Gumfreena, and then we're going to start layering the Zinnia and the Yarrow in.
So if you want to make your flowers last longer, you want to strip, especially the zinnias, you want to strip the leaves because you want the water that it takes up to go to the flowers.
Yeah.
And not the leaves so much.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go over and show y'all. This is with the basil. 3 different kinds of basil. And we're adding Gumfreena. We're almost ready to start adding the Zinnia and the Yarrow. And it's really good to do, like if you're doing multiple table settings, it's good to do an assembly line and do them all together. Just kind of going from one to the other. That way they all kind of look a little uniform. These have a little variation, but unless somebody's really scrutinizing them, they can't tell. They can't tell. They're going to think they're the same. So. Okay.
All right, girly goo.
Are we ready for Zinnias? Or do we need to do the Yarrow next?
The Yarrow isn't it a delicate stem? Let's do Zinnias first.
Yeah, see?
I don't have, well, my Yarrow's not blooming yet.
Well, now, the big stems are not. We can go ahead and put them in. We can go ahead and layer them in. The big stems are not delicate. We should probably put them in before we put the Zinnias.
I don't know. Let's just do it. Oh, cut them at an angle.
Cut them at an angle. Hello, you pretty little Gumfreena. It's a pretty little thing. Okay. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, the Yarrow is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like the textured ads.
So there's so many stems on this.
You can take them apart.
I mean, I don't think I would.
Do you like them bunched up or do you like individual stems?
Well, you're gonna have to cut this one anyway because
It's too far down.
it's too far down.
But now, like these individual stems,
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Yarrow has medicinal properties too. Not real sure what they are, but I'm gonna save them. And I've got some herb books, some use of herbs. So I do find that the yarrow wilts a little bit. So luckily I have some extra yarrow in the garden. If this looks like it's starting to wilt, then I can just grab some out of the garden and replace it. And I will, when I deliver these flowers, I'll give them some extra yarrow in case they need to pull some out and replace it. I picked wild. I didn't plant it. I found it on our property. It's wild. I don't know if it's wild yarrow,
Like that.
Daca, or Queen Anne's lace, but I picked some off our property and used it a few weeks ago in arrangements for the farmer's market. I love Queen Anne's lace. I like it when it goes to seed. I like it when it looks like a tumbleweed.
Yeah, when it falls up.
Yep.
It's very nice.
I love the way these are coming together. Isn't that beautiful? So there's Colorado yarrow and just plain yarrow. I don't know. I'll have to look at the seed packets.
I mean, there's all different. I mean, I know when I was looking at seeds on the website that I buy seeds on, I didn't get seeds. I think they were sold out of the one I wanted. Colorado yarrow.
That's Colorado yarrow. That's purple.
And does it just do different colors?
Yeah, yeah. You can have yellow, you can have lavender, you can have purple. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Queen Lime. Are these Greenery?
These are not Queen Lime. These are Greenery lime.
These are Greenery Lime. Okay.
And you can tell because look how long the stems are.
So those didn't have other branches on them? Huh. I think these are my favorite. I love the little green. Those are beautiful. It smells like some kind of basil up in here.
Now, the first that I cut were really lime. These have faded a little bit, but
they're still lime.
But they're still lime. I mean, the first were just, oh my gosh, amazing.
Yeah. Hey now, little yarrow, you gotta pick that head up. We don't allow any drooping.
Hello, Buggy.
And that is one thing that you do have to be aware of when you're growing the flowers and providing them to florists. There are going to be some bugs on them. That's a good thing. But, you know, people, especially if you're doing them today, you kind of want to do your flowers at least the day before you have the event so the bugs have time to climb out, you think?
I would not want to be doing flowers for any event the day of.
Been there, done that.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. Hey, you like this orange, this little salmon orange tucked in there?
I do.
Okay.
While I love the pinks and the greens and the whites, I love, and the storyboard that she shared with you, is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
It had peaches in it.
Okay.
And I just love those peaches.
Okay. All right, we're going to be adding some colors then.
Let me see some of you, we'll do green and peach. And then I think it'll be perfect.
kind of ignoring this little flower arrangement right here.
Does it need a happy little flower?
It needs a flower. It's feeling kind of ignored. Okay.
Are we done with greens, or your thoughts?
I've kind of moved on to colors.
All right, thank you. I'll take that.
I mean, I like the greens, but I've moved on to, I don't like that. You like that?
I love that. I love that.
Okay.
These are Queen Lime Orange, aren't they?
Yeah. But why are mine different? My Queen Lime have a different look than yours do.
I bought new seeds from Johnny's this year. Where'd your seeds come from?
I don't know. Gurney's maybe? I have no idea, honestly. I'll have to look. I have no idea.
So I bought seeds from, you want to just use yours and keep it consistent?
No, put yours in there too. We need to scatter them around though.
Did you trim this one?
Yes, I did. He kind of leans over. You'll have to find a place for him to be happy. Do we want to use any salmon pinks? I'm thinking no pinks.
Oh, he does lean over.
He likes to lean over. He did get with the program.
Come on.
You like that one?
I'm just putting you in there.
Get
Yeah.
on your nerves.
Yeah, he's not doing what I wanted to do. He's a little limp, so he's not wanting to go in the Oasis very well.
We're gonna have to put some water in here too, along with the Oasises.
I love the, I just love the variety of colors in that.
Mm-hmm. It pulls the greens and it has a little bit of purple in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea. These are either El Dorado. I don't know what kind they are. I'll put a link down below of the different varieties that I planted. Okay, so we're finished with the arrangements. You like the way they turned out?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So this only has 4 things in it. It's got Zinnia. Well, we started with the Greenery, the basil. Then it's got Zinnia. And it's got Gumfreena. And it's got Yarrow. Is that it? Is that everything?
Mm-hmm. Basil, Yarrow, Gumfreena, and Zinnias, yep.
That's pretty cool that you can make an arrangement that looks so different with just 4 items.
Yep.
So.
Well, we have multiple different types of basil.
Yep.
So we have the sweet basil, which is the regular green, and then we have the cinnamon basil, which has the purple in it.
Yeah. So I love it. I think they turn out really pretty. So, alrighty.
All right, let's load them up.
Well, since we've now that we've made a mess in Tom's hobby room,
We gotta clean it up.
we got to clean it up. So, but anyway, so we will we'll try to do some more videos of flowers. The more she grows and the more we play with different arrangements. So we'll try to do some more videos. And if you've got any comments, leave them down below and let us know if we need to do anything differently. Like I said, we're just kind of starting out on this adventure. She's going to do well. I think the florists are going to keep her busy. So
We should have a garden tour when I get back from my vacation.
yeah, we'll do a garden tour. We'll go through her flowers. So, all right, y'all. We'll catch you later. See ya.